I'm sure there's a ton of new people getting into the solar industry and they're looking for YouTube videos to maybe see how they could improve their pitch right from the get-go instead of having to do trial and error for months and months. I'm also new to this game, but I've got to shadow a couple people in the solar game, and I've kind of come up with a pitch that works pretty decent. So I'm going to share it with you, and if you like it, you can definitely implement it for yourself. Otherwise, maybe take bits and pieces, whatever. But I'll read it for you, and you just let me know what you think in the comments down below. So I'd knock on the door. Hey, ma'am, if I could just have 30 seconds of your time, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'll keep this short and sweet. My name is Jet, and I'm with Blue Raven Solar, and I'm just going around the neighborhood asking if anyone knows about the Dominion Solar program. Is that something that you've heard of, you're aware of? And they'd probably say yes or no, whatever. And if they have any objections, I would go, that's a very valid reason, and I completely understand you on that. However, it has changed since the last time that you've had a solar guy come out here. I know they probably knocked this neighborhood a lot, but it has changed very recently with the way that taxes are actually taken into account for solar panels. So not only do we get the 30% off that the last guy probably talked to you about and the Virginia credits, but we also now get to write off depreciation on solar panels, which brings it down another 10 to 15% on top of what we used to get. So going solar now is actually very likely to be cheaper than what you're doing right now. And I'm gonna be in the area today, tomorrow, and the next day. So if you have 30 minutes to sit down and just see if solar could benefit you, do you think you'd be able to? And then they would say yes or no, and let's just assume they say no. And I'd say, okay, and you're not interested, and can I just ask why you aren't interested? And they'd say, well, I've heard that solar is a scam and it's hard to sell your house. Well, first of all, I mean, saying solar is a scam, I guess I don't really know how to convince you that it isn't. But what I can tell you is that it is not actually hard to sell your house after. If you think about selling your house, you switch your utility from your name to the next person's name. And with solar, there's no lien on your house. You actually just switch the solar loan from your name to their name, and they're usually very grateful that you have solar on your house because then they have a locked-in energy rate, which is much lower than what they would have done if they bought your neighbor's house, for example. But yeah, if you have 30 minutes tomorrow or the next day, I could just show you the numbers so you can visualize it and then decide if it would benefit your family. Does that sound fair to you? And then they would probably say, yeah, I guess we can make a time work. And then here's where you want to really make sure that you set a time. Making sure that they know the time you're going to be there and setting a firm time is pretty imperative in my opinion. So I'd say, okay, does 4 p.m. work tomorrow? And then maybe they say, well, I work till 4:30. And then you just say, well, I have appointments all the way up until 8:30. Does 6 work, or would you like a time later than that? And then you just agree to a time, and then you show up on time or hopefully before. So let me know what you think of that pitch, and I'll be making more solar related content in the future. So follow if you're interested in that. So see you in the next video. Thank you.